courtesy of Lagata was doing the one in UK, and then Momilaiton, and then at that point in time, Kibos Man, and a lot of us there. Mommy, one with God, all of us we are in NMS too. So that actually motivates the whole thing, and then they granted all the chance for the family to do the autopsy and toxicology. So that money is also there. We also wrote a petition against Wunmi. So, but at the end of the day, the police in Nigeria, they did what they did. So the petition was written, and then because of petition and immobilizations, so that's 350. And then another petition was also written against Kolibaje and Mama Sita mobilizations. So that the two of them, that is, I think police spotted that. So when they asked us to go and bring evidence, we were gathering the evidence, but at the end of the day, maybe one of the team of the police has let them know that okay, the petition has been written against them. So they came out, and then they say okay, it's not Baba they were referring to, this and that. So all the evidence we need, they brought it down from the pages, this and that. But money has been spent in that regard, so there's no way we can return that money. So another thing we also spend money on is when Arifa was being harassed. He's trying to twist all the hosts. People are shouting for justice for Mohbad. We came up with an idea of how to do a class action for all the hosts. So at the end of the day, we have 20 hosts. We have all 20 hosts that we did class action for, so that they will not be carrying, police will not be just be picking them up, and then they will just be locking them up. So that class action was at the cost of 2.5 million, and then Baba tickets to Berekete, back and forth, Baba and the person that is staying with him. So go and come. The ticket is for my record, is 1,030,000. This. So for the number of time they went through and through, that's this thing. And then we also did, if you could remember, there is a money that they say they do give to Mohbad. Then, so the remaining money, Baba uses to do foundation in where they bury Mohbad. So at later, so some people used to go to that place to go and remove some sand in that place. So we decided that okay, fence. We should fence the whole place. So Baba bought 9 inches block. He bought 2,500 block at the rate of one block is 700 naira at that point in time. So the block of 2,500 at the rate of 700 is amount to 1,750,000. At that point in time, Baba bought 50 bag of cement. So that is 13,000. So that one is 500 naira. And then 2 loads of 20 tons of sharp sand. So at the rate of 320, and then labor 380. When they were doing this thing, our money came, and then they paid them 500. So in all that one amount to 3,450,000. Somebody after finish the fence, somebody who happened to sympathetic with Baba and the cause donate a gate. He single-handedly donated. He did a gate, and then he wrote a monetization on it, and then he paid for the gate. How they reached the gate, he paid for it, and then that was how that place was secured. So another thing we spend money on is adverts and placements. You will see that most of the things we used to do, we used to put them on the newspaper. So those things are not free. When you see things in newspaper, so we pay for it. Maybe if you see Baba, okay, went to media houses, this and that. Those are also things that okay we spend money on. So and then there was a time we call people, we call like several people. So we did a page on advert in newspaper. So those are still part of the distance. So advert placement to record witness in newspaper, and then the media tour that Baba used to go. So all that amount to 2,350,000. So another one is illegal representation for Damola and mobilization. Recently, this issue of Damola or these things. So when we discovered that okay, Damola is in possession of some issues, so we approached the legal team that okay, we want them to take up the case. So for mobilizations to on that case, they are still on the case. So 900 was paid in that regard. So and then later we realized that the class action we did, the 20 people we did, the 20 hosts that we did class action on for, we later realized that there are some people that they are not part of their name was not part of those 20 people. So, and then at that point in time, there was a guy who claimed to be fighting for justice for Mohbad. He was harassing some people, and then I think his name is Pierce or something like that. He was harassing some people in Nigeria, so we have to also come to their aid. So to do a second class actions, and then at the cost of 500. So in total, all what I have here amount to 22,620,000 naira. So somebody will ask that I said access. So access is 18, and then why do we have 22 million? So that means we have excess of almost 4,600,000 and this thing. So you know I mentioned Wema Bank and Access. So the access, the what we have in Wema was what triggered to the remaining 4.6 was what triggered to access to Wema. So and then we also have some miscellaneous that is under. Those are the things we did that we can't be telling the people, like Baba DNA, like Baba is going to police stations, like Baba they gave some people some money in the police station for them to be able to have a way. Baba is going, you have to fuel their car. that come under miscellaneous. So let me raise my case for that if there's anything.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mura, for that elaborate accountability explanation that you have given concerning the GoFund.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello, sir.
Baba,
yes. Can I just make a speak? Okay.
Baba, Mumbosa.
Okay.
Might is Yeah, we should be. For the GoFundMe and the Access Bank, we want to appreciate you for that one. This year, apart from the QH radio and other ones, is the Access Bank responsible for all other media tour this year?
Yes. The what's it called? Asat, the since Baba has been going for all the media Baba has been going for now.
Okay.
No, because money has been exhausted in both Access and the Wema.
Okay.
And then for me as a person, I've been telling Baba that the money remaining in GoFundMe, what they say we should use it for is what I'm going to use it for. Which is DNA. And then if you look at my analysis, you discover that what that money is meant for is for autopsy and toxicology, illegal payment.
Yes.
So you will not see anything in the that they did not say we should use the money for GoFundMe for. We did not understand. So some people have been coming up to help Baba in the regard of the latest media tour that you see Baba doing.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Miwa, for that one. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering why the question was asked. And when Mr. Miwa said some people have been coming up, we need to credit that to the critical thinkers who were one of those, the team that went ahead to be part of the media tour that Baba embarked on, that you have actually been seeing. Very soon, Baba is going to come up and say one or two things. Thank you so much for standing by and taking note of everything, and from the GoFundMe and the Access Bank. Mr. Miwa, once a big thank you. You stay with us for some couple of seconds while Baba will address us. Baba, sir, over to you, Daddy. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Firstly, I really appreciate my brother, because now I can see the difference of being an educated someone or an illiterate, because I saw the way he narrates everything, and most of the things that I even forgot, I was recollect by hearing, by listening to what he was narrate, because I was not really feeling comfortable how to explain. So by seeing him by my side and the way he narrates everything, I was pleased now, because a lot of money that has been spending, I don't know how I can even explain it, but I used to let him know this is where I go. I could remember when they carried me to Alagbo. Then I was spending on 2 lawyers, but he didn't mention that. But all those things was
Baba,
Yeah.
Yes, sir, you buy my worry.
Ní sọ Yorùbá, nígbà tí mo lọ sí Alágbọn, owó tí a ná lọ́yà méjì different kíní ni mo mú lọ. Tó yẹ pé ẹlòmíì maybe by mistake ó lè fẹ́ fún yàn kan lówó tó yẹ pé no access náà ló máa padà bọ́ sí. A tún máa padà fún ẹni yẹn. Torí èmi kọ́. So mo kàn really appreciate wọn torí pé most of those things èmi kàn kọ́ sórí ni. But gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló ti wà documented táwọn dẹ̀ ti carry. So I'm using this opportunity to just appreciate him concerning all what he did. Because mo jẹ́ nǹkan tó yẹ pé tí n bá fẹ́ kí wọ́n ràn mí lọ́wọ́ mo gbọ́dọ̀ gbé apá sókè. Being say Nigeria kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ná. I have to call him. He will be the one to instruct me. And likewise, during the time tí a yá owó, he explained everything, and níjọ́ tó fẹ́ lọ yọ owó, you have to call me also. So mo lè wá lẹ́ni support mi. Inú mi dùn láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ pé bí gbogbo everything bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ràn mí lọ́wọ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad. Kò síbi tí mo ti fẹ́ rí owó láì ṣe pé àwọn èèyàn náà dìde sí mi. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìrànlọ́wọ́ mo tún rí lẹ́yìn GoFundMe and àwọn tó donate. Ṣé àwọn tó raṣọ fún mo fẹ́ sọ àbí àwọn tó wò pé ó yẹ kí bàbá yẹn kọ́ kó repo sí mọ́tò. And obìnrin tó ra gate sí orí ilẹ̀ tí a sì Mohbad sí, he did a lot. Yìnyínkẹ́ni ṣe mí gbogbo èèyàn ni mo dúpẹ́ fún. Woman yẹn náà ló tún ṣéǹjì táyà mi pé irú yẹn ò tiẹ̀ wọnú anything. Ó kàn ṣéǹjì táyà yẹn pé kí ni máa rí lò. So a lot of people mo appreciate. Mi ò lè máa dárúkọ wọn. Gbọ́ tí bá dárúkọ ó lè bring a lot of things inú ẹbí wọn. Because most of àwọn ẹbí náà náà retí wọn kí wọ́n gbọ́ pé bàbá Mohbad ni mo fún lówó. So those are the things tí ò jẹ́ kí n lè máa mention orúkọ wọn. Mo appreciate gbogbo ènìyàn pátápátá, àwọn tí wọ́n náwó sí mi, àwọn tó sì máa ṣe. So mo really appreciate wọn. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Daddy. Thank you for that wonderful one. We also appreciate you for not giving up. We want to say thank you for not giving up. And every other person in the comment section, everybody, we want to say big thank you to you. To all of the hosts, we say thank you so much. To all the journey hosts, remember the message of Baba Mohbad to everybody this evening is that even though Jesus did not stay long on the surface of the earth, he was still able to make impact. Even though Mohbad did not stay long on the face of the earth, he was still able to make impact. He now asks the question, what is your own impact in this justice for Mohbad? At the end of the day, what is it that is going to be said about you concerning this justice for Mohbad? I want to say a big thank you to everybody that has been standing genuinely for the cause of justice for Mohbad. From day one up to now, you've been supporting financially, morally, in the place of prayer. Thank you so much. Once again, Mr. Muiwa, we want to say a big thank you for the clarification and for the good explanation that you gave concerning the GoFundMe and the Access Bank. We want to say a big thank you for your effort in.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Who paid for him? Because this question has been bothering my head for years. Almost 1 or 2 years now.
You shouldn't be
thinking of who paid for him. Because according to them, okay, Afan no on what instruction? On who instruction?
On their own instructions now. Those that were there were the ones that called the Afan now.
And they said my Baba tampered with evidence. That's what they said.
There was no any evidence now. There was nothing that Baba tampered with.
No. Mr. Vengeance.
The body was stone dead. Was cold dead before Baba got there.
If you remember, they said Baba tampered with evidence in the police station. That's what they said in the police station. But Baba brought the body to the police station. That was what they said in the first instance. Remember that very first statement. Because it's bothered my head. I couldn't sleep. I asked a question that a corpse, right, in the house, and they bathed him, they dressed him, and they look at who instructed on what instruction. That come away from. That's the question I need to ask. I don't know, maybe come around, but I don't know, because I feel every day I go, Can this boy be so heartless in that house? You buy a corpse and you dress him, you put under the staircase. Ooh, on instruction.
Don't forget, there are lots of evil things that was done by these evil men and women in that house. Don't forget that these same people were the ones that put out the narrative that Mohbad walked into the hospital. Somebody claimed he took a picture with Mohbad, and Mohbad was greeting him. That he walked into the hospital, and suddenly there was pandemonium, and everybody was running a tasketa. It came from this set of people. Do you understand? Don't forget.
The Avengers, that clip was a script. One cause script from any. Between me and you, Venga, sorry to say all this. You know, if you can watch BVN first video from the house, there was no plate number moving out. There was no movement of a car. So it was not a 2 second movement of a car. That movement is cool. We can saw it. It's on internet. The car does not move anywhere. It was in the house. That's to me. That car was not moving. Don't move out anyhow.
Like
those 3 boys are in the. Yes, sir.
I've forgotten the fact that these people, they were saying Mohbad was buried alive. Have you forgotten that narrative?
I said I didn't forget it. I was looking at this. You know, that's I asked the question that what is the offense with this guy? What is his offense to the state, to the family, even to the Nigerian police? That is right. You know, this is a big question. What is his offense that a cause of brought to the hospital, to the police station, and nobody was arrested up to today?
Mr. Bolu was saying, calm down.
No, madam, when we are talking, you talk to our sense.
Calm down.
No, madam, to travel.
Yeah.
The more those ajazi say that dagon, I know that those ajazi, all those say somebody brought a corpse to your station and you could allow that person to go home scot-free up to today. That's a big slap of Nigerian police, honestly speaking. Toto?
I know.
Hey, mama, people, is that Nigeria a country? Even 2005, when I was in Germany, my girlfriend, a cat in the house, right? He fell sick for the 2 days. Madam, my girlfriend, she don't eat because of that cat. For 2 days, girlfriend will jump for 2 days.
He breathed his last breath. Mohbad was watched to pass through all that agonies, and nothing was done to rescue him. I want to believe that Mohbad was marked for death, and they had to kill him that night. It was very sad. It was painful. And no man deserves to die the way Mohbad died. And that is why I look at people that are talking about manslaughter. The case of Mohbad has moved away from manslaughter. And it's no longer about mistake. The actions that preceded the killing of Mohbad and the actions that followed the killing of Mohbad have shown that the death of Mohbad was premeditated, and it was no longer a matter of by accident. Let's assume Mohbad and Wunmi, they fought, and Mohbad sustained an injury. The onus was on Wunmi as the second in command in the house to gather the rest of the guys and rush Mohbad to a hospital. When Mohbad sustained an injury, I will put it to you that the boy did not die immediately. There was blood loss, but they would have taken him to hospital where his life could be saved, or attempt would have been made to save him. But rather, he was left there to die like an animal. Because Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo will profit more in his death than leaving him alive.
Better English than you.
Mohbad died in a very painful manner. Let's assume this was not premeditated. Ali, they said there was a hospital close to Mohbad's house, about 5 minutes. And most of the hospitals, they run 24-hour service. And there is always a doctor, a nurse on call. And this is Lagos. This is Lekki. If Mohbad had been rushed to any hospital nearby, they would have controlled the bleeding, put him on some medication to decongest the brain from bleeding. The last time we saw Mohbad picture on a stretcher, you people could see a dressing behind the head of Mohbad. That is one of the most dangerous areas of the skull, the occipital area. There is a main blood supply to the brain. The name is called external carotid artery. It has so many branches coming from common carotid artery. Common carotid artery divides into two branches: internal carotid artery and external carotid artery. The internal carotid artery goes into the face to supply all the structures within the face and all that. But external carotid artery goes to the skull to supply the brain. When there's laceration of external carotid artery, the brain will be in shock. Apart from the fact that there may be blunt trauma to the skull itself that could have resulted in the crack of the skull. This might also result into bleeding into the brain, which could be epidural or subdural or whatever. When this happens, it is expected that someone might go into shock and all that. But prompt actions could have saved Mohbad's life. But for the fact that they left him untouched, and they could come to the public to give various lies, has changed the scope of the killing of Mohbad from manslaughter to murder. It was premeditated. And these same people that carried out these horrific acts, they were the ones that were also writing all those scripts. He was alive. He went to the hospital. He was buried alive. All those nonsense. The gods of music came to kill him. The clinical came to kill him. He suffered from ear infection. And clinical kinikan, ikuliam loku. All those are the antics of these killers of Mohbad. And these people, they are not working alone. And that's why you see Wunmi still gallivanting. That's why you see him denying the invitation by the AIG. She has a backbone.
And that, Mr. General, and that brings on my second question. Who is, you all know, maybe you know the backbone behind Wunmi, but who is this get to them? Is it a syndicate to them or who? Because it's a question. Only my can be a syndicate to them to bring all the celebrity down. How many killers want to do if we want to panic? Not to the moon.
Me, it's not the important vessel in this case. The important one is the Liam. Thank you.
You serious?
What's the fair? A burudie.
Kill any man.
I don't dare. I'll see.
Day or 3 days. This guy built proficiently. Then from Kodu to Lekki, 1 to 3 hours. No normal human being can all those one by the police, now script by the police. But my second question, they said they took Mohbad to the hospital. and was brought in dead. Who confirmed that boy dead? Who? Where is the doctor confirmed me dead? The doctor said take it to the morgue and take another Belosile. Those things is mental sickness. Everybody need to hear now. Okay, go and take this boy to the morgue. I took to the house. On which instruction is that?
On Wunmi's instruction or whoever that is involved.
Good. Then that's why I said which is not my problem. My problem is Adura. Trust me. Because your blood brother was in the house, was murdered dead in your presence. And you cannot raise any eyebrow or to make problem in that very house. You silence with your date. Number one, it's an accomplice to me. You know, because I don't know talk on the I always say maybe on the first or maybe comment section. But at that time I asked a question myself. I said,
Not us.
No, because of man will pay 15 of them only, and this guy was one controlling all the 15 people in the house. And when this guy died in Nigeria, this since country, we saw this wife was crying, and they put condensed paper, newspaper. Everybody was writing. Nobody writes. We could not see Mohbad condensed letter in the house. Registry that Elewaki, Leoside, you know, now. Nobody, no step to come to the house. Okay, maybe
yeah, but according to what they said, once I pay before you go in, you have to drop your phone. Like there's a place you have to drop your phone before you go in. So you're not allowed to take picture or do.
This is.
That instruction is whoever that is involved that is giving the instruction.
Then, I have a brother now, my junior brother, and maybe the other brother,